Okay, so welcome everybody to our Percolator Breakfast meeting. It's Friday. I can't believe it's the 25th of June already, so it's officially summer now. And welcome, Al. Bring us to start the meeting.
Hey, do I have your coffee? Hey.
All right. So for those of you who are new, Al's bell, when we were meeting in person at the All Seasons Diner, Al would, we'd be milling about, talking and enjoying each other's company. And then Al would ring that bell, which meant take your seats. It's time to start the meeting. So we love when he rings the bell to kick off our virtual Zooms. It just reminds us of when we were all together. And now we've had a few events where we've been together. So this is exciting. Things are opening up and we're getting back together. So today's speaker, I'm very excited to say, is Craig Portis from NewJerseyMedia.com, and he's going to be sharing some tips with us, and I'm looking forward to hearing about it, Craig.
Awesome. Thanks, Teresa. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and let's see. Can everyone see that?
No.
Okay.
It worked a few minutes ago. There you go.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Hey, I had a weird box around it that wasn't the same color. Hang on a sec. So we're going to go from the beginning here. All right. So you can still see that, right?
Correct. Yes.
Good. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you, Teresa. And yeah, I got to say it was great to see some of you guys out last week at the golf event, and I'm excited to get into some more in-person stuff as well. So like Teresa mentioned, I'm Craig Portis. I'm with NJ.com, part of NJ Advanced Media. And, we're a full service, we're a media publisher, the largest news outlet in the state of New Jersey. But we're also a full service digital marketing agency. And so, I wanted to give a presentation today that I hope will provide some really good tips and education to the chamber members on, anytime you're running a marketing campaign. In my career, kind of pre-digital, and then now with digital marketing being the main form of advertising, really, the biggest challenges I've seen, one of the biggest challenges has been knowing when the marketing efforts have been successful or not. So anybody who's spent money on advertising of any sort, whether it's online or offline, you may know what I mean. Like, do we know if this is successful? Did I get a return on my investment? So there's some really powerful tools out there now that can kind of answer that question a lot better than, just a few years ago. And it's ever changing. So I want to try to bring you guys up to speed. There's some fairly high level information in here as I was reviewing this. So don't worry about that. I'm going to try to make it as, as understandable as possible. And I guess the best thing to keep in mind with that is this can apply to anything. This can apply to any kind of advertising. At the end of the day, you just want to know that you're getting a return on your advertising investment. So with that, we'll get into this. So on the agenda, I want to talk about 4 things. The first is key performance indicators, which is a fancy word for measuring success. So what does success look like? And let's define that. And that would constitute a key performance indicator or a KPI. And then it's taking your marketing strategy and aligning it to those KPIs. And then I would say probably the biggest thing I want you to get out of this is the power of attribution. And that is something that has really taken off in the last few years. We're able to attribute, someone seeing a banner ad and then coming and clicking on a Google ad and then going to your website, making a phone call and or putting in a form fill email. We can track that all the way through that whole journey. So, I hope you guys will take good notes and really get something out of this. So, and then finally, analytics and optimization. So as these campaigns are running, one thing about the digital side of things is you can make changes during the campaign. Whereas, let's take print media, for example. If I'm running an ad in a monthly magazine or something like that, once that ad prints and runs, you're in until the next print cycle. With digital, you can make changes very quickly, easily, and in a really agile way. So, so let's talk about those KPIs. So in the bulleted list here are several different KPIs. So if I'm running an ad campaign, I'm going to have different different goals based on the type of advertising I'm doing. You know, if I want to just get my name out there and do branding, I might only be looking at how many impressions or that's a very fancy word for eyeballs. How many impressions is the ad generating? We can also measure engagement. Engagement is a big one on social media. That's your likes, your shares, your comments, and things like that. We can measure all of that to tell an advertiser what is working and what's not working. Of course, if you're driving traffic to a site, we can measure that through, you know, the biggest tool is Google Analytics for that. Website engagement. What are people doing once they get to your website? What pages are they visiting? My favorite one is conversions. Let's face it, you know, as a small business, if you're going to dedicate some of your precious funds to advertising, you want to get a return on that investment. So I am very sympathetic to that and sensitive to it. So conversions now are very easily tracked if it's set up the right way. And then, you know, a lot of people want to track what that cost per lead is. So how many dollars per qualified lead am I putting out? And then above all is return on ad spend. Once you kind of roll up all of that, you can see what revenue that's generating and then kind of define what your return on ad spend or ROAS is. So if my KPI is to create brand awareness, we call that pre-market in our company, but it's just another way of saying awareness. So before somebody's even in the market, for example, our company can target people. You know, we take a very, very educated guess based on the type of content people read on our websites, and that tells us what they're interested in. So if they read a lot of healthcare content and a doctor wants to advertise, we would use that type of audience, that content, to advertise an awareness message where we're not sure if they're in the market for, you know, an OBGYN or a dentist yet, but we have a very good idea that they might be. So we start with pre-market before they get into the market. So served impressions is the KPI for awareness. So you just look at the number, how many people were reached, how many times, which is frequency. What's the target audience? Again, is that like women interested in healthcare? You know, is it families? Is it homeowners? Things like that. So how many impressions are available to be viewed? View through conversions. That's what I mentioned before, where we can see, like, if someone sees the ad and doesn't even click on it, but then comes back to your website, we call that a view through. So that we don't even have to have them click on your banner ad. Most people don't click on banner ads. I think we all understand that. You know, they're almost like a billboard on the internet. It's a purely awareness thing. You get clicks and we measure those, but that's not our KPI for those types of ads. So brand safety, you know, you don't want your banner ad showing up next to, like, you know, questionable content. And so, you know, you want to make sure you have a brand safe environment. So, and so brand engagement to passively engaged, we call that, you know, that's more of the engagement. So this is very much on the social media side. So you can see display, social, video, email. Those, you know, over here in the green box are the types of ads which generate this type of engagement. So after someone clicks onto the ad, goes to your website, we want to take those Google Analytics metrics and give you an idea of what people are doing once they get on your website. We can sort by anything: what device they're on, where they are geographically, how it flows. You know, do they go from the homepage to a blog? Do they go straight to the contact us page or about us page, and things like that? In addition to, you know, that, we want to see how long they're spending on your website, how many pages they view total. That helps us to know if the ads are working, number one, but also if the website itself, the landing page, is up to speed where it needs to be. And if any changes need to happen on the website to make the ad campaign more effective. So one thing we'll do is we will basically put the brakes on the conversation if the website is not up to speed. And then I tell people, hey, if you have a website designer, great. You know, here's what I would suggest. You can work with that information. Or sometimes they ask us to build the site, and we certainly offer website development and SEO as well to help that out. But really, we want to see the web, no matter who does the work, we want to make sure the website is ready for conversions once we send the traffic. So, you know, again, now we're in the market. So once somebody, we know they're in the market, they've kind of been primed, so to speak, with these other types of ads. They're in the market for a doctor, a roofer, a lawyer, other services. Now we're looking for conversions. So, you know, over in the green box, the types of ads that lead to that are the paid search. So your Google ads, your organic, which is your search engine optimization, and then lead gen campaigns, which you can do that on different platforms. Facebook has its own lead gen service now, and as well as LinkedIn. Some social media will allow you to just capture people's information right on their platform. So, so again, you know, once you're, you know, these are the essential ones really that you should walk away with today knowing. So if you're going to run an ad campaign, you know, measure the cost per lead depending on your industry. What's your own close ratio, right? Like once somebody makes an inquiry to your business, they call you, they send you an email, you know, if 10 of those happen, how many of those become your customer? And that's your close ratio. We work with that information because it helps us to measure the success of everything we do. Like what's your average sale? So if you take 100 of your customers, take the revenue, the total revenue of that, divide it by 100, like what is that number? That's a key thing to know to measure your advertising effectiveness. And then you can do, with all that information, you can figure out what's my return on ad spend, return on investment. So how to align strategy with those KPIs. So this is what really our company considers our philosophy of marketing, really. It's a strategic buying cycle. So it really just flows with what all the stuff I just went on slide by slide, but from awareness to consideration, intent to decision. It's the marketing funnel, which I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with. And so the blue banners in there kind of represent the types of strategies or products or solutions to go and make touch points throughout that journey. So attribution, this is actually my favorite part of this, this presentation. So this is a really cool comic that I'm not sure where we got this, but all right, this is going to show a guy. So you can, this really talks about like how to assign value or effectiveness to the different types of ads that you run. So here's a guy, he sees a direct mail piece for a shoe, right? He gets a direct mail piece. Then he sees a billboard for the same shoe. Next, he sees a banner ad. Then he hears a radio spot. Oh, there's a TV ad for the same shoe. Now he decides to go on his mobile phone and purchase that shoe, right? So here's the marketing department saying, obviously we should move 100% of our spending to mobile ads. Hopefully, does that make sense? You know, I see it happen all the time. Basically, all of the value of the advertising gets assigned to that very last touch point, right? When the direct mail, the billboard, the banner, the radio spot, and the TV spot all influenced that purchase. So we can now track, you know, this is a lot of offline stuff, but we can track the person, they saw a banner ad, they may have seen a social ad, they may have watched a YouTube video. We can see that stuff and how that contributes. We call them assisted conversions. So the conversion is where he bought it on the phone, but the assisted conversions are all those other types of advertising. So I really like those. I actually lied, Teresa, I do have video. It's like a GIF type video. So, but we take this analogy of assists in marketing, like basketball. You know, each guy passing the ball around, you know, should have some credit to the basket being made, if that makes sense. And that's what they call an assist in basketball. So it's the same idea with it's assisted conversion. So here's some different types of attributions that are measured in marketing today. So from the last interaction, so that's that where he bought it on the mobile phone. But then sometimes, you know, there's companies, I'm not sure why you would assign 100% of the credit to the first interaction, you know, so like if they saw the TV spot but bought online or came into your store or whatever, you know, I'm not a big fan of assigning the first interaction. I'm more of a fan of this bottom one of linear attribution. So assigning almost an equal value to each different marketing channel to your ultimate conversion. So you know, again, why track marketing assists? Because we don't want the last touch point giving 100% credit. You know, it doesn't really tell the full story. So this actually is, you know, assigning that equal amount to each interaction for the ultimate conversion. So, you know, finally, analytics and optimization. You know, you want to work with a company that can show you the full picture. And by the way, like I recommend to clients a mix of media for the very reason, you know, we just looked at. Like, it's going to influence someone to make a purchase when they've seen your presence all throughout their own, you know, their own purchasing journey. So this is kind of a screenshot actually over to the right of Google Analytics and how you can show these journeys and what type of advertising led to a conversion. So we won't get too in the weeds on that, but it's just, that's a screenshot directly from Google Analytics that shows assisted conversions and the different types of tactics. So what are optimizing strategies? We track things like impressions, clicks. Those aren't your end all be all at, you know, analytics. Like if someone is only focused on their click-through rate, that's typically in digital marketing, you know, that's not the full story. You know, that a click-through rate is something you want to measure to find out the effectiveness of the ad and the landing page, but it's not the end all be all. You want to get all the way to the conversions. And so you can figure out, like, for example, if you're getting a low impression or click-through rate, you can do different things to fix that. You can change your advertising message. You can change the creative. You can do what we call A/B testing. So run multiple versions of an ad and then let the tracking analytics tell you this ad is performing better than that ad. Let's put the dollars more on the ad that's working. So there's some really, you know, really innovative things you can do with digital marketing. So yeah, traffic, we talked about that with bids, you know, bidding and PPC can get very, you know, very tedious. We actually have my company has a platform that we own called Matchcraft. That's it's like an AI powered bidding strategy. So again, it's constantly optimizing based on the performance. So yeah, cost per lead. If your cost per lead is like higher, for example, I'll use roofers. They want to be around $100 per lead. That's kind of the industry standard. I've experienced that in markets all around the country. So I'm pretty comfortable with that. $99, $100 per lead. If your cost per lead's coming in at $150, $250, you know, you want to go back and like look at your PPC bid strategy. Like, how much am I paying per click? Am I bidding on the right keywords? Am I advertising in the right medium? So again, just to summarize, you know, track those. First of all, create your key performance indicators. Define what you want out of your ad campaign. Make sure that whoever you work with has an attribution system to tell you the story in a very transparent way. What is success? You know, and then have like a holistic. Make sure it's a holistic attribution model that tracks all those and gives credit to all those different channels. And then finally, just analyze the campaigns and make changes as it goes. You know, it's a living, breathing campaign. It's not set it and forget it. So just a little bit about our company. That's my presentation and my education piece. So just something that people might not know about NJ.com and NJ Advanced Media. We're owned by, our parent company is Advance, which is one of the largest media companies. It's a privately held media company, but it's one of the largest ones in the world. They own Condé Nast is probably their most well-known, major household name, but all these other kind of household media brands like Vogue, Glamour, Self, GQ, and everything. They also invest heavily in data management and marketing platforms, software systems. They're a part owner of Reddit, Charter, and Discovery. But where I work is on the local side, which I love. I love being in the local community. I've always been that, whether it was at TV stations, radio stations, and other digital. So I'm part of this local media group, and there's probably about 9 or 10 around the country, from Staten Island to New Jersey to Oregon, Alabama, Michigan, Massachusetts. And so that's really our local presence. And we have these like household name news brands like NJ.com, LehighValleyLive.com, and so on and so on. We're one of a select number of Google Premier partners. And same with Facebook. We're a Facebook marketing partner. And we were the last winner of the Partner of the Year. They stopped awarding it, Microsoft, back in 2015, but our company was the last winner of that. So just want to show you, when you're, looking for a company, it's best to have a company that offers a full suite of digital marketing services. So in addition to being a news company and a media company, we're a full service digital marketing agency. And so here's kind of what our full suite of services look like. So you can go find out more about us if you go to njadvancemedia.com. That'll walk you through like case studies of current clients, different industry specialties, and some helpful tips to make your marketing dollars go further. So that's all I have.
All right. Excellent, Craig. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, before we get to questions, I know, Ed, you have to hop off. So why don't you do your 30-second introduction and make the comments that you mentioned to me, and then we'll get back to Craig's questions.
Okay, Teresa, thank you for giving me that time. Hey, great presentation, Craig. A lot of good information, a lot of good food for thought. So I had two things I wanted to get across today. First, I wanted to just say thank you to the Chamber leadership and to all of our members for your very generous support to our junior ROTC scholarship program as part of the golf outing last week. We presented this year's scholarship awards at our Army birthday dinner event 2 weeks ago. And I know Teresa was there, but I'll tell you, you should have seen, we had outstanding cadets receive those awards. Just to hear about their accomplishments and to see the reactions of their proud parents was just terrific. And we look forward to doing that in an even bigger and better way next year. But anyway, thank you for that. And thank you also for the wonderful tribute to Colonel Sam Foco. It was great. His family, who was all there, just continues to be amazed at the outpouring of affection towards Colonel Sam. And I don't know, I can't say anything more about it. It was just a wonderful day. Number two, this coming Tuesday, June 29th, from 6 to 8 p.m., our association, the Association of the U.S. Army, is holding our first virtual meet and greet via Zoom. We've invited all of our current community partners and a number of prospective community partners to attend, and it's open to anyone, any of you who would like to attend. The agenda basically is I'll just be providing a brief overview of our association and what we do for soldiers and family members and veterans. We also want to provide an overview of member and partner financial benefits with an eye towards just helping you understand better the potential return, financial return on investment for being affiliated with us. There's some wonderful discounts available that can really save significant amounts of money for companies as well as individuals. You'll have an opportunity to provide your 1 or 2 minute elevator speech regarding your company or organization. We'll have a Q&A and networking time frame, and it's free. It's free. So I'll put my contact info in the chat room. You can contact me for more information, or you can visit us on our Facebook page or our website to learn more about it. So anyway, hope to see some of you there on Tuesday evening.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ed. Appreciate it. Okay. So anybody have any questions for Craig before we move on to the rest of the 30-second commercials? Anybody at all? Craig, how long have you been working in the industry?
About 10 years.
Nice. What do you like best about it?
Oh, I like helping people. That's my favorite part. I can use my interests, my skills, and my abilities to help people.
Beautiful. I think a lot of people feel that way. That's why we do what we do.
Grace, I got a question for Craig.
Good.
Craig, thanks so much for a great presentation. A lot of great valuable information. And, you know, obviously with the digital world, things are changing probably daily. Can you talk a little bit about how your company stays on top with some of the changes and bringing that value to your clients?
Sure, great question. Yeah, so one of the, I guess the first thing I'd say is I mentioned we're a Google Premier partner. We spend millions of dollars with Google as a company. We're also a publisher, which Google really likes. They like accurate information. Same with Facebook, as you've seen probably stuff in the news about, you know, information on Facebook. Well, they like companies that have credible information. So the way we help our clients with those relationships with these major companies is that we know things that are going to happen usually before they hit like the mainstream. And so people that are trying to manage their campaigns on their own might hit a snag with, let's say, for example, like the latest iPhone update, 14.5, whatever. We already had strategies in place to get around that, or sort of not get around it, but deal with it. And so our clients that are working with us, we intervene before it becomes a problem. So that's one way. And we're just, again, being close to the companies that kind of really control digital marketing. Facebook and Google, when it comes to the revenue, they get that's 80% of all digital revenue ends up at Google or Facebook. And now Amazon's part of that. But, so we have these close relationships with them, and we pass that on to our clients.
Excellent.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, Craig, I don't have a question, Craig. I just want to say it's a great presentation, and I just want to kind of put in a plug here because I have the good fortune. I have some internal marketing support, and I have an external marketing partner as well. But many small businesses, I know, because I talk to a lot of them, they struggle with this part. They really don't have a really good marketing strategy, good marketing campaign or outreach. Marketing, as Craig pointed out, they're really critical in building the pipeline, right? They can help to generate not only traffic to your website, but lead generation. And then if you're the salesperson, you can get those leads, you can close those leads. So I would just recommend strongly to take advantage of Craig or other types of professionals like this, because it's an essential part of any small business.
Excellent.
Yeah, marketing and sales, I'll just say, yeah, I mean, they go hand in hand. And, I don't know if I touched on that I talked about close ratio and everything. So yeah, once those leads come in, you need to have a really tight sales operation set up. So.
Excellent. Anybody else have any questions? All right. Well, Craig, thank you so much for all that great information. So Craig, as he says, loves to help. So if you have any other questions, contact him directly. I'm sure he'll put the contact information in the chat if you haven't already. And excellent. All right. So let's talk about Mark Vigiani, are you on here? I thought you were. Oh, there you are. Hi. If you want to talk about the golf outing that we had last week, Ed just talked a little bit about it. And thank you to you, Bonnie, Erika, Craig, and if I missed anybody else, the team that put it together. They worked so hard, and I don't know how they did it, but they got the most perfect day. They got good connections. And if you want to talk about the golf outing and also do your commercial, that would be great.
Okay, so first time since 2019 we had the golf outing, and with everybody's help, And Joanne did a great tribute right up for Colonel Sam. Erika did a spectacular slideshow presentation for Colonel Sam. Matali keeping our numbers in place. Bonnie and I keeping each other sane. Craig's support. Who else do we have out there? We had Patrick, who's not here, and Ann, who's not here, but it was they're a superstar team. It was very, very successful. I mean, our goal was 72 golfers. I believe we had 74 out there. Our personal goal was a certain net profit that we came close to, so close enough. I would say it's a win. We're talking, it was something spectacular. We're still crunching the numbers, so I don't want to say what it is yet, but my goal was 15,000 net. We were close. So, it was not horrible at all. And that's it. So I am your full-time real estate professional with Berkshire Hathaway Fox Roach Home Services in Homedale. What I do is I create strategies and implement them to get the most maximized outcome for my clients' real estate transactions.
Thank you so much, Mark. Bonnie, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, just we really thank the support of the chamber and everybody who worked with us. Our team was awesome, and it was just a great coming out event. It was, Monmouth Regional Chamber out there in person, showing everybody who we are. And I just thank everybody. It was just awesome. And now the beacon's coming up, and we've got to support that. Get your ads in the Journal. This is a big, huge event. This is one of our signature events. This has to be better than the golf outing was. So we're asking for everybody's support, and just thank you.
And you want to do your commercial while you're talking?
Bonnie Preston, kind of a buyer. I'm a commercial property and casualty insurance broker. Anybody who has any issues with service, premium, or claims, please reach out to me. I handle all lines of insurance. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And while we're going across
Therese, hold on. Just because we just passed Bonnie, we all need to wish Bonnie a happy birthday today.
Oh yes,
Happy birthday, Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lots to celebrate this week.
All right,
Thank you.
She's legal now.
Awesome. All right, so moving on to another golf committee member, Erika, who did that beautiful slideshow on Colonel Sam that played all night. It was very hard work behind the scenes, collecting all the pictures and putting it together, and we really appreciate your efforts.
I will get that to you so you can post it onto the site as well.
Yes, that'd be great.
I have had a busy week.
That's okay.
2 graduations, a dance, I'm just
nice.
burnt. Erika Boyer, Edward Jones here in Marlboro, New Jersey, helping individuals and small business owners in terms of planning for your financial future. Have a plan. And similar to what Craig said, get your benchmarks in place so you have something to measure against, and make sure that you're doing enough, enjoying today, but also saving for tomorrow. So Erika Boyer, Edward Jones, have a great weekend, everybody.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Erika. And another golf committee member who crunched numbers and who kept us all on track, Mitali Vasa.
Oh, I didn't realize that. You put me on the spot. Firstly, Bonnie, many happy returns of the day. My fellow Cancerians, there are quite a few of them. Tamer, happy belated one.
Oh yes, Tamer's birthday was yesterday.
Oh.
And there was Tara, who was like 3 days back, I think.
Yeah, Tara, yep, all in this same week.
All right, birthday month coming up with a lot of celebrations. This is Mitali Vasa from CMIT Solutions, your IT service provider. Any cloud solutions that you need help with, ask me. Thank you. Have a good and great warm weekend, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Mitali. I also want to give a shout out to Mitali and Steam IT Solutions for being a co-sponsor of yesterday's amazing in-person Women in Business luncheon. We had, how many people were there? It was such a great event. Yeah. See, it's for smart men too. We always say that. Al was there. That event we had yesterday, Stephanie, I forget her last name, Stephanie Cartier from the No Limits Cafe in Middletown. She did a wonderful presentation yesterday. I have it. I did a Facebook Live on my personal page. I'll be sharing it on the chamber pages later today, but she did an amazing job. If you want to hear her story and what inspired her to do No Limits Cafe, it's a cafe that it has, their employees are special needs adults. So it's an amazing story. Her daughter, Katie, was there with her, and oh my gosh, Katie was amazing. She's actually a junior in college in Virginia, which was an amazing story to hear. So you wanna check that out and actually go to No Limits, have lunch there. Joanne and I are gonna go have lunch there because I haven't been there yet. So all right, moving on. Let's go to Dwayne, Steve, and Kerri.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to a nice, bright, sunny weekend at the Jersey Shore. Craig, great presentation. Lots of detailed information and stuff that everyone in business needs to be aware of. I want to talk for a minute. Many of you have heard me talk about the Miracle Air Foundation, where we can help underprivileged people. I actually had the opportunity within the past couple of weeks to help one of those individuals. This was a lady who happened to be a longtime hearing aid user, and her financial situation had changed to the point where she could no longer afford to replace her hearing aids. The ones that she had broken, were irreparable, and she was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So we worked with her through the foundation, and I was able to get her a brand new pair of hearing aids at no cost to her, full warranty, full service, and helped her get a part of her life back. Nice. The best part of those things, not only helping people, but getting a letter from the daughter stating how happy she was to be able to talk to her mom again on the phone and how much we had helped their family. This is some of the work that we do. We do full testing, consultation, diagnostics. We service people across the country. I can do in their home if they can't get to me, or in our offices. But being able to help people and change lives, like Teresa had mentioned earlier, is a big thing that brings us to work. And it's one of the best parts of what I do. And my name is Dwayne Hunt. I have the Miracle Air offices in Oakhurst and Freehold. We are also hiring if anyone is interested in a career in this field. I'll put my information in the chat box, and wish everyone a great week, and looking forward to next month when we can actually shake hands, see people, and smile at each other without little boxes.
Nice.
Have a great day.
Thank you for that. But Steve, before you go, thank you so much for that, Dwayne. Thank you for helping that woman. That is outstanding. Before we go on, I just want to give a shout out to Kathleen Hoffman, because I know she has to hop off the call. Everybody, we know today is Rochelle, our office administrators. Today is her last day. She's retiring. And for the last 2 weeks, Rochelle has been training Kathleen to be our administrative assistant. And Kathleen starts full-time on Monday. So I just want to give a shout out. And she's been such a huge support already. I'm looking forward to working with her. I just wanted to give her a shout out. And Kathleen, if you wanted to say anything before you hop off. You're muted.
Yeah, I know. It's just been a blast. I mean, especially yesterday doing 2 in-person events and seeing so many people that I haven't seen in so long, and being able to hug and all that kind of stuff was just awesome. And I'm really looking forward to working with the chamber going forward. So thanks everybody for your patience at a time, but we'll get it done. Don't worry.
And Kathleen is coming to us as from the member side of the chamber to working behind the scenes at the chamber. So we're very happy to have her on board, because she already knows half the membership too. So thank you, Kathleen. All right, so let's continue, Steve, and then Kerri.
So Steve Rosen, Jobs Done Right. I'm your handyman. It occurred to me just the other day, next month will be my 10-year anniversary. So I'll be in business for 10 years.
Yay.
So there you go. If you need anything done, inside or outside, I got the experience. So come on down, call me. Take care of it. Steve Rosen, jobs done right.
Thank you, Steve.
Great. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kerri Gazerwitz, and I work at Bernicker, Eiger, and Lang in Eatontown. And in Lakewood, we are a accounting firm who can help with all your tax, bookkeeping, and correspondence needs. It's a slow time right now, you may think, but tax returns can go on extension. We're working a lot with our business clients on bookkeeping and assessing their situations for the year, and helping individuals see what their tax situation is going to look like next year. So if you need any tax advice or help, call Bernicker, Eiger, and Lang. I'll put my info in the chat.
Thank you, Kerri. Next, we'll go to Paula, Joanne, and Gerald.
Good morning, everyone. A little craziness. I'm in Chicago right now, dog sitting. So if you see these big dogs jump in here now because I'm talking, you know why. But I'm really thrilled to be here. The golf outing was a fantastic experience and the weather couldn't have been better. It was wonderful to see so many people and a wonderful recognition for a well-deserved gentleman and family. I'm Paula Aldarelli, Executive Director for EarthShare New Jersey. We work to mobilize people to conserve and protect our air, water, land, and wildlife. And all of you have heard that spiel before, but I'm going to share something that we've just gotten final approvals on. We will be hosting Earth Care Day at Cheesequake State Park on October 3rd. This is a hands-on environmental engagement experience for people of all ages. We love to get families out, and we will be looking for exhibitors. There is a requirement though when you exhibit, and it has to have some sort of hands-on environmental connection. Whether it's a craft, whether it's meeting wildlife, whether it's talking about and showing how your business is environmentally friendly. That's the requirement, but it is a great afternoon. Teresa volunteered with us a couple years ago. I look forward to sharing more details with that with you over the coming months, but thank you. Very proud to be a chamber member and look forward to volunteering and participating in a lot of other events coming up.
I loved that event. I was put at a station where they were planting plants and families are walking through, and we got the kids to dig in the dirt and plant these plants in a section of the park. And it was so much fun. I loved every minute of it. You can count on me to be back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joanne Colella. This is so exciting seeing this glut of activities that are going on with the chamber. I've been writing about a lot of it, and there's a lot more to write about. In my spare time, when I'm not writing about chamber events, I write about other things. My business is Colella Communications. I do copywriting and editing for all kinds of marketing content, websites, marketing materials, brochures. Craig, your presentation was awesome. And I always say I have the utmost respect for professionals like you who understand and know that back end techie analytic end of marketing, which I am not an expert in, but I do kind of the front end of it. So I can create the content for all those things you've talked about. Joanne Colella, Colella Communications.
Thank you, Joanne.
Morning, Chamber. Gerald, Cioci. I'm a real estate and bankruptcy attorney. If you know someone buying or selling a house, or you know someone struggling to stay in their current home, please have them contact me. Right now, foreclosures are on the rise. The executive order from the governor is going to expire in January, we believe, and we're going to see a wave of foreclosures coming through the pipeline again. I don't want to see anyone put out of their home. If you know someone who's struggling to pay their mortgage due to COVID issues, haven't been able to work, or unemployment has run out, have them contact me. All consultations are free and they're confidential. Gerald, Cioci, real estate and bankruptcy lawyer, and happy birthday again, Bonnie and Tamer.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Gerald. Next up, Teresa Berger, Tom Principe, and Jim Roth. Oh, we can't hear you.
Sorry, bad earbuds. Everybody can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Teresa Berger. I am with eXp Realty LLC. I am a certified military relocation professional with the NAR, and I like to support active duty military and veterans If they've gotten a personal change of station to or from McGuire, Dix, Lakehurst, I support them in their home sale or home purchase. I also help renters. My background is 20 plus years in marketing, so the presentation today, Craig, was right up my alley. Loved hearing about it. I love when you know, the value of marketing and advertising is communicated, because it's definitely vital to everyone's business, no matter what business you're in. So again, Teresa Berger, eXp Realty LLC. I help sellers and buyers achieve their goals.
Thank you so much, Teresa.
All right, good morning, percolators. Tom Principe, Sales Success. Small business owners don't need to struggle to grow sales. I alleviate the pain of growing sales by building a sound strategy, creating a structured process, and leading the execution to drive desired results. Tom Principe, Sales Success.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Jim from Rock Solid Tech Support, Computer and Network Support. You know all that. Been doing some work for the Ocean Grove Camp Meeting Association, and one of the things that they have going on, they have Wi-Fi in the Great Auditorium. That's that big church building down near the waterfront. They also extend that Wi-Fi via wireless bridges all the way down to the Boardwalk Pavilion. That's fully a quarter mile away. So from there, it even extends to the Beach Badge office, which is another quarter mile away from that. So kind of cool, this technology to extend the Wi-Fi. We had some problems with it earlier this week, so they called me in for some troubleshooting, and up and down the ladder and checking out this wireless bridge that's up on the roof of the pavilion. And well, here's my plea to you guys. Call me about something else, because I'm tired of climbing up and down ladders. Wow. Anyway, we got it fixed, and they're happy, and I'm exhausted. Call me about anything else. That's it.
At least you're relaxing on your porch in your rocking chair.
No, the chair is steady. It's the house that's rocking. The tenant doesn't like it so much, but oh well.
At least he's not chasing Popeye.
Popeye is his dog.
Disciplined dog.
Yeah. Okay, next we'll go to Judi Cook, Stephanie Cardoso, and Ryan Salen. I always pronounce it wrong.
Okay, I guess I have to go first. I'm new here, was not expecting to have to say anything. Well, I am an interior designer. I'm starting a business here in Middletown, New Jersey. I specialize in residential and small commercial work. So please contact Kaleidoscope Interior Design for all your interior design needs. Thank you, Craig, for the presentation, and thank you, Teresa, for inviting me, and Tamer, meeting you all last night. I appreciate the invitation and seeing you all this morning. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Judi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie. I am the outreach coordinator with the Arc of Monmouth. I'm new here to this chamber meeting, so thank you everyone for having me. I know previously I've been told, I just started my position back in February, but I've been told that we've done some events with the chamber before, so I was very excited to get acquainted with everyone. We have a lot of things going on right now over at the Arc of Monmouth because a lot of our restrictions were lifted. So now we are able to legally have our programs running at 100% capacity. We are working on getting our staffing back up so we can have everyone come back safely and have the same quality that everyone is used to. So that's a little bit of a work in progress. But we do have a new day center opening in Wall Township in, I believe, around September, October, around then. So we will be launching a social media campaign, so look out for that. But with that new building, there are going to be some sponsorship opportunities to name rooms after businesses and individuals and things of the like. So if anyone is interested in that when the time gets closer, anyone could let me know, and I will get that information across to my supervisor, which is the head of development. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you for being here, Stephanie. Ryan, are you? Yeah.
Yep. Hi, everyone. My name is Ryan. I'm the founder and executive director of Greater Than the Game, a nonprofit dedicated to inspiring people through sports. The presentation was awesome today. My business is mostly online, so I definitely needed that refresher, so it was awesome. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Next is Joy, and then we'll go to Mike and Gilda Healy. And I'm trying to see if I missed anybody. If I did, just raise your hand other than Al and Tamer. Okay.
I am Joy from Last Bite Mosquito and Tick Control. We're family-owned and operated business, local out of Red Bank. Our office is. We just want our customers and new customers to enjoy their yards safely by eliminating pesky mosquitoes and ticks, but in a safe way. Our products are 100% biodegradable. We follow all EPA standards. So if you know anyone who's looking to make their yard comfortable this season, next season, let us know. We're happy to get in touch with them.
Thank you, Joy.
Go ahead, Mike. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Healy. This is my wife, Gilda Healy, and together we are Healy Brokerage. Good referrals for us: cyber liability, workman's comp, and homeowners and flood insurance, because we've already gone into hurricane season. So this is something that you would seriously want to think about, honey.
Yeah, it's the hurricanes and the storms that make those bodies of water overflow onto your property. So do consider it. New Jersey is the flood state, not necessarily just the garden state. And yesterday confirms that it is so much fun getting together. And if you need coverage for that one-day event, Healy Brokerage can help you. We tell that to everybody, from Niagara Falls
to the shores of Cape May. We
got you covered.
Gilda, Mike Healy, Healy Brokerage. Everybody have a great weekend. And if we don't see you, happy 4th of July.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Okay,
All right.
excellent.
Hold on,
Excellent.
wait, Al, I just realized, Kathrine, I see that's your phone number. I just looked it up on my phone. Are you able to talk, Kathrine? Kathrine, no?
No, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
Gotta love being on a cell phone on a Friday morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kathrine Dwyer. I work for Colts Neck Agency in Colts Neck, right behind Delicious Orchard. So you can grab some donuts and then come to me to save on your insurance needs. I just wanted to emphasize this morning that at the office, we're having a summer contest to see who can produce the most policies over the summer. So if anyone needs me to look over their insurance declaration pages, I'm always happy to help. Happy Friday, everyone, and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you so much, Kathrine. It's good to see you at both events yesterday. With your sister too in the afternoon. That was nice. Okay, Al, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's very good, very good. And a nice tagline, Mike and Gilda. You know, I always love that. You know, got you covered. Very nice presentation, Craig. And nice to see everyone. It was nice to see everyone yesterday at the Women in Business, and some people at the symposium, people from other chambers and that I have known from in the past, and it was fun being there. Okay, Aloisi, I'm your independent insurance broker, and I shop around for your health insurance and annuities, and I provide peace of mind because if you have changing your position, if you're changing jobs, if you're retiring, you have a 401k, you want to roll that into an annuity so you have a guaranteed income for life, I can handle all that for you. Again, it was fun seeing everyone, and everyone have a good week. Remember, I provide peace of mind with a higher level of service. Aloisi, bye.
Thank you, Al. Tamer.
Morning, everybody. Tamer Gouda, New York Life. I help people with life insurance, long-term care, annuities, and business solutions is right now people are looking to hire and are having a hard time hiring. Maybe it's the right time to take a look at your benefits and what you're offering. We can help lower your costs. We can help entice benefits that you might not be able to get anywhere else to make people want to come work for you. It could cost you nothing. It could be all voluntary, but take a look at what you are offering. Also, there are a lot of changes happening in the world of insurance. If you haven't had a review with your financial advisor, now is the time to do so. Life insurance rates are going up. We know that for a fact. There's been some IRS changes that are forcing the insurance companies to raise your rates. So if you don't have permanent life insurance in place, now is the time to do it. And we can also help you save on taxes. There are 3 ways to be taxed. There's tax now, tax later, or tax never. Where do you want to be? And having the right conversation now, we can help you with that tax never. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. So don't be like that. Talk to the right person and have the right plan in place. Tamer Gouda, New York Life. And real quick, my other side gig, I help my brother out at Sir, as you heard from the Healy's. This is flood season. If something should happen with all the storms that will be coming our way this summer, Surf Pro Howell will make it like it never, ever happened. Just give them a call and they can help clean up the mess that's been created by the natural disasters that are going to happen. Lots of rain is coming, floods, that'll all happen, but they can take care of it. And it was great to see a bunch of you yesterday. I don't know, for those of you that were there yesterday, it felt like the world was back to normal, like nothing had ever happened. I didn't even think twice about anything. It just felt right again. And it was great to see a lot of you there. I love seeing the new people that are here this morning. This really is the chamber to be a part of. We are the best chamber in Monmouth County. I will never, ever be ashamed to say that. I truly believe in this chamber. I love this chamber. It has been a huge part of my life for more than a decade, and it is because of all of you. And we are growing. Just look at all the new faces here this morning. It is fantastic. Again, it was great seeing all of you, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tamer. And for those of you that were there, Tamer did a great job speaking on behalf of the chamber last night in front of the audience. He was one of the many speakers they had. So thank you for representing the chamber so nicely. Appreciate that very much. He speaks from the heart. And, you know, as he always says, we are a family. And that's how he's got, a lot of us have gotten some of our best friends out of this chamber because we are so close. So, so welcome to the family. For those of you that are new, for those of you that haven't joined yet, reach out and we'll get you the information so you can dig a little deeper if you want. And hopefully you'll decide to join us. So next week is July 2nd, next Friday. I know that the July 4th is that Monday, but what I'm thinking is we actually have 5 Fridays in July. We'll make it a deep dive workshop. I don't have any plans next Friday morning. So for those of you that are in town or can get to your computer, a deep dive workshop is where we break off into groups of 4s because Zoom is so accommodating. It allows us to do little chat rooms and then you can get to know each other on a deeper level. And then we'll get back together in the big room and do our commercials. So we'll do that for next week because I think attendance might be a little light. And I don't want that to take away from the speaker. So we'll get back to the speaking after that. Right now, we are scheduled to go live on the 9th. Stay tuned. I have to make some phone calls to make sure that's still what's happening. As I said earlier, New Jersey City University has taken over one of the buildings at Fort Monmouth here in Eatontown. I happen to live very close in Eatontown, very close to the fort. And they're supposed to get their CO very shortly. And they said we could get in there probably by the 9th or the 16th. So we'll let you know once we get in there and get to see each other on a consistent basis. And we're going to do it hybrid. They have a nice screen and a projector. So we'll just plug in our computer for those that can't get there and still have our wall of faces in the room with us. So we want to be able to accommodate everybody. Now that we've been introduced to the world of Zoom for the past year and a half, we think it's a great way to still reach out to people that can't get there in person and still have you be a part of the meetings every week. So That's what's going on. As Bonnie said earlier, July 22nd, our Beacon of Heroes Award, that's going to be a huge event. We've got lots of people that we're honoring, the 5 hospitals in Monmouth County, the Mental Health Association of Monmouth County, the Visiting Nurse Association of Monmouth County's Community Health Center. We're honoring the county commissioners, Monmouth County commissioners. They're getting Tamer's President's Award because of the support that they've given to local businesses during the pandemic through grants. And we're honoring an individual who's a lawyer who was on a ventilator for 6 months and is now in recovery. And we're honoring him on behalf of everyone who was personally affected by COVID. It's going to be an event you're not going to want to miss. And again, if you go to our calendar of events, you can register there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out about anything you want to know more about. I guess we still have a little time for those of you that want to stick around for testimonials. We love to do testimonials because we always do business with each other and we love to share the results of that. So anybody have a testimonial? Gilda?
Good morning again. Nice job, Craig. I forgot to say that before. That's not good manners. Testimonial for Tara. We are going to a graduation party tomorrow, and we ended up doing 3 different baskets for each honoree. And it was kind of a challenge for her, but she did a beautiful job. And we know the kids are going to love it. We're hoping they think it's cool. So she did a wonderful job. She is well worth her time and her efforts. And besides, of course, paying for the cost of the baskets, she got a hug from both Michael and I. She's wonderful. She really does think outside the box. Good weekend, everybody.
Thank you for that, Gilda.
And Tara, I've got, I have Teresa. I have to mention Tara also. She's on speed dial with me. She's just awesome, and she takes the time to learn about who your person is and creates that personalized gift. But I do want to give a shout out also to Joanne Colella. Joanne is very, very talented. She actually wrote the memorial for Colonel Sam in our ad journal. She has been a huge support to the different functions and the print we put out. And Joanne, we just can't thank you enough. And you have brought so much to the chamber. And the family just was so overwhelmed with that memorial that you wrote. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Anybody else? Jim?
Steve Rosen helped somebody out. One of my neighbors was asking for somebody to help put a shed together. Is that what the project was? I think so.
Yeah, woodshed.
Yep. And
Friday. Thank you.
You know, that's not typical of what Rock Solid Tech Support does. So I'm glad that Steve was available because I didn't want to get roped into that thing.
Jim, did it involve climbing another ladder?
No, thank you.
No ladder, but there was some interesting parts. A lot of the parts were not cut right. Taking pictures and calling back to the
IKEA makes woodsheds. No, thank you.
Yeah, and that's why you hire Steve to do that.
Awesome. Anybody else? Any other comments? Joanne?
I think I've mentioned this before. Probably I've lost track of how many Zooms I've been on with everybody in the chamber the last couple of weeks. I've probably mentioned this before, but I want to give another shout out to Dawn Malinowski, because I think now my website is in its final rendition. She's been so patient and she did a million tweaks and made it look beautiful. And I love it. And I think it gives a much better idea than the one I did for myself a few years ago of the services that I provide. And she just did an awesome job on it. I mean, what she does ties in so nicely with Greg's presentation today. You know, the idea of having an effective and well-designed and well-maintained website. So anyone who needs a website developed, please, I highly recommend Dawn.
Excellent. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share before we go? Okay, well, thank you very much for being
Happy
here.
anniversary, Gilda and Mike.
Yes, happy anniversary. Happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday this week. And enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you next Friday here on Zoom. Bye.
Good weekend.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good
Have a
weekend.
good weekend.
everybody.